It could be a day of celebration with the prize of promotion on the line. This is what the whole season has been about. Can they take the next step and seize the moment? It's on the way for you next, right here on EA TV. A warm welcome to you from the Emirates Stadium. I'm Guy Mowbray with the former Arsenal and West Ham midfielder Stuart Robson alongside me. And what an important game this could be. The right result and promotion will be theirs. It's Arsenal and they take on Barcelona.
Well, they've faltered a bit in recent matches, but I still think they're good enough to get promotion. I just hope they...
Hang on, they could be in. Oh, great work from the keeper. The first blow of the day struck early. 1-0. Arsenal find themselves behind as they get the game restarted. Barcelona with the ball again. Rafinha. Torres. This is an excellent-looking Barcelona transition. Oh, real opportunity. Gets it away, an impeccable tackle.
Well, how did he defend that? That's a great recovery.
Victor Gyökeres. Now that's how to play it through. Played in, and this could be. It's in! A frenetic start, and we're all square once again. Incredible! And the game restarts with the score 1-1. Yamal. Oh, that's been won really smartly. Saka.
With the owner of a silver hatchback with the registration GR21.
And it's opened up. But that is brilliant work to stop them. Rafinha. So much room out wide now for Barcelona. Going for it. And the shot thwarted.
So many rumors about in this.
It's put into the middle. Ball back with Barcelona now. And maybe lost his bearings there.
About endless orgies and wife swap. Wife swapping. About endless orgies. So many rumors about endless orgies.
Straight out with it. Saka. Well, they're probing, but no clear chance of going in front appearing yet. Good pressure high up the pitch. And that has stopped any potential danger.
Well, that's how to defend the edge of your box.
This for the lead. And there's the goal to put them in front.
Well, just watch this again. A change of pace, a change of direction, and a decent finish. That's a very good goal.
So many rumours that it's badly behaved. So many rumours about him.
And the game restarts with the score now 2-1.
So many rumours about
Eberechi Eze.
endless orgies and wife swapping
Odegaard.
and stripping and wild drinking.
Well read to gain possession.
Arguably the most badly behaved was Justin
Oh,
King.
good vision.
He was very notorious
score!
and he had an intense effect on women. So, like, really.
Martin
He
Odegaard.
was doing everything else everybody was doing, like the gambling, the drinking, everything. But he was also like targeting married women.
Attack,
One
that's
story,
under nothing.
there was a woman he had
That
an
really
affair
was
with.
a lovely
They
bit
were
of
in like this
defending there.
hotel restaurant or something, and she
Victor
came in
Gyökeres.
with her husband.
Saka.
Just looked at each other and said, "Come to daddy."
Could be something building here for Arsenal. This to draw
Another
level.
couple man in Kenya.
Tackle clears it out.
Long
Corner coming
job.
up.
There was crossing.
Well, can they
and
draw
his
level
much
here?
younger
The
wife,
crowd certainly
Diana.
think so.
After they got
There
married,
won't be any
there was an
rebounds there.
agreement. If Diana fell in love with a man her own age and wanted to leave Jock, he was not to stand in her way, and was
Gyökeres.
even to pay her
Onto
£5,000 a year
Oh, a chance.
for 7 years.
In it goes.
Level
Level once again. What a game this is turning out to be.
Well, as you can see from the replay, it's the perfect through ball from Jesus, and when he gets onto it, he decides to go for power. It's a really emphatic finish, which gives the keeper no chance. Well, he can't believe it, and you can sense his annoyance. They need to start playing again here.
And we're underway again with the scores level once more. Getting closer. Oh, brilliant anticipation. Martin Odegaard. Good work from Barca to win back possession. Rashford. Promising forward burst. Gets past really nicely. Opportunity now. It's there. And into the lead they go. Plenty of goals here today then. 3-2 now. Jesus. And out of play it goes for a throw-in. Gyökeres. And he's in now. It's there. That didn't last long. They're back level already.
Well, here it is again. The pass behind the defence is absolutely perfect, and from there, he never looked like missing. That's a lovely goal.
Frenkie de Jong. No sign of stopping yet. And stopped in their tracks with a change in possession. Eberechi Eze. Now, surely, trying to find the net again, but this one's saved.
Well, his movement, energy and skill are causing all sorts of problems here.
Now that's how to play it through. Well, it was looking good, but ultimately nothing doing. And with that, the first half comes to an end at the Emirates.
There's no room for it.
And so we're underway with the second half. William Saliba. Timber. Here's William Saliba. Not so much given away as cleverly won. Pedri. And it's taken away. Terrific.
What a tackle that was.
What a chance here. Jesus. And there's his second of the match, leading the way for the team. So it's 4-3 now as the game restarts. Barcelona trying to get things moving, but that's where any chance of anything developing disappears. Timber. No need to force things, content to pass it around.
Well, I'd actually prefer to see them doing this higher up the pitch.
Jesus. Jesus! And 2 becomes 3 as he completes his hat-trick. A superb performance.
We'll just take another look at this, because the 1-2 to get behind the defence is superbly worked. And when he gets onto it, he holds off the challenge, keeps his balance and makes good contact with the ball. That's a top-class finish.
January 24th, 1941. This is Colonial Kenya. A Buick with blazing headlights
with
was
another kick-off
abandoned
at
on the side of the
5-3
road.
now.
Inside, a man with a bullet in his head, and his murder would kick off an enduring mystery that would expose the colonial elites and the so-called Happy Valley set.
Eberechi Eze. Could be
His
something
wife
on.
the
They
British
can't go any
formally
further
took
here.
over Kenya
Offside.
in 1895. These white settlers, they were like aristocrats that believed that they were supposed to rule. So they just started like a racial-based government.
Surely someone's got to do something about this.
Everybody was badly used. So many rumors
Oh, they've
about
nicked it
endless
and can now push
orgies
forward.
and wife swapping and stripping and wild drinking and
Martin Odegaard.
arguably the most badly behaved.
And we have 30 minutes left.
He was very notorious and he had an intense effect
Now
on
Saka.
women. So, like,
Offside has been given here.
he was doing everything else everybody was doing, like the gambling, the drinking, everything.
Yamal.
He was also like targeting married women. One
that's
story,
really well
there was a
cut
woman he had an affair with. They were in like this hotel restaurant or something, and she came in with her husband.
Eze.
And just looked at each other and said,
And that's where it
"So that
ends."
is- Another couple ran in Kenya. Lauren jobbed Dell's
Looking like they
gossip,
mean business
and his
here.
much younger wife, Diana.
Well, it
After they
looked
got
promising,
married,
but only up to a
there was an
point.
agreement. If Diana fell in love with a man her own age and wanted to leave job, he was not to stand in her way and was even to pay her £5,000 a year for 7 years.
Yes.
This could be dangerous.
There's no room for like.
Onto it, in on goal.
He wants
And
to
further
be
clear
able
they
to
go.
pay.
There's surely no throwing this one away.
So that works. Giving the husband a child. Just look at it and say, so that works.
Shut up.
He was doing everything else.
Well, let's see this again. This is counter-attacking football at its very best. And then the perfect finish from Jesus. He really does hit this with power. That's an excellent goal.
They were in like this hotel restaurant. A month after they moved to Kenya, Diana meets Joss. He asked her out, like he asked her to dinner, and she said yes. She said that they danced all night, and while dancing, Joss repeated that season and he wished that they were supposed to rule. So he just started. So he just started like that they were supposed to rule. So he just started that they were supposed to rule. So he just started like he.
We're back underway and can only wonder what on earth we're going to see next. Could be a chance.
We shall.
Well, from so far out, it didn't appear to be the best option. Close, though.
Well, he has such good technique. He really did hit that well. He certainly came close there.
Really nicely played. What can they do with this now? And the defender saw the chance to stop them and took it.
Yeah, he read that brilliantly, didn't he?
The referee's got a big decision to make after that. And they might be in. Rafinha now. Promising looking ball. What can they do from here? And the flag has gone up.
Well, he just needs to play that a bit sooner. The pass was definitely on.
Saka. Gyökeres. Well read to gain possession. Well, here we go. Time for the transition. Can they take advantage? And that might have ended up a lot better than it has. Ødegaard. Torres. Oh, could be here. Can he finish? It just needed the finishing touch. A nice move ends there. Getting closer. Well, the ball just won't stick with anyone here.
The closing down of both teams has been excellent.
Oh, the flag's up. That will be offside. Declan Rice. And he's in now. And it's a decent stop by the goalkeeper. It's played in now. Oh, what a save. Razor-sharp reactions. A chance to move inside. A vital block. Could turn out to be a really good ball. That's a good pass. Oh, should score. And another goal. It seemed all over before, but there's another to really seal it.
In the score, cheese and my swapping and but these governments test
Well, let's take another look. And wow, how cleanly does he hit that? The keeper was never going to save it. What a good goal that is.
So he just started like a racial-based government. It has civil lands from people that already live there. It's badly behaved. So many rumors people already live there, badly behaved. So many rumors about endless orgies and wife swapping and stripping and wild
It's a
drinking.
good ball in behind. Oh, he's done so well to get a hand to that.
They were supposed to. So it just started like a racial
Over it
based
comes.
government.
It gets better and better. An absolutely rampant display. There's no stopping them in this kind of move.
These white settlers were like aristocrats that we were supposed to. So it just started like racial based government. That's similar to what people are already there.
Number 6, Gabriel.
And the full-time whistle brings the game to an end with Arsenal the winners.
You're absolutely right. Their attacking play was excellent, full of energy and pace, and the midfield completely dominated the game. It was a great all-round performance.
Everybody was. Everybody was. Or tonight, sets. In British formerly took 55. These white settlers, they were like aristocrats that believed that they. So it just started like. So it just started like. So it just started like a racial-based government. So it just started like a racial-based government. It has seizing lands from people that already live there, badly behaved. Government. It has seizing lands from people that already live there, badly behaved. Lands from people that already live there, badly. So it just started like a racial-based government. It has seizing lands from people that already live there. Everybody was badly behaved. So many rumors about. Everybody was bad. They were supposed to rule. So it just started like a racial-based government. So it just started like a racial. So he just started like a. So he just started like a. Everybody was badly behaved. So many rumors about endless orgies and wife swapping and drinking and arguably the most badly. Everybody was bad. So he just started. So he just. So he just started. Seeing lands from the people that already live there, badly behaved. So he just started like a. So he just started like a racial-based government. He started seizing lands from the people that already live there, badly. So many rumors about endless orgy from the people that already live there, badly behaved. So many rumors about endless orgy, badly behaved. So many rumors about endless, but there, that's seizing lands from the people that already live there, but uh, but there, 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 there. But badly behaved. Yes, badly behaved. Yes, badly behaved. Yes, badly behaved. Yes, not everybody is badly. Not everybody is badly. Not everybody is hands from the people that already everybody is badly behaved. Everybody is badly behaved. Everybody is badly behaved. They're badly behaved. If they're badly behaved, if they're bad, if they're badly, everybody is badly behaved. Right? Everybody is badly behaved. Right? Everybody is badly behaved. Right? Everybody is badly behaved. So many rumors about endless orgy. People that already. Everybody is badly behaved. So many rumors about Disneyland from people that already. Everybody is badly behaved. Badly behaved. Everybody is badly behaved. So many rumors about. From the people that already live. Everybody is badly behaved. Everybody was badly behaved. Everybody was badly behaved. So many rumors about. Everybody was. Badly behaved. So many. Best season lands from people that already live there. Everybody was badly behaved. From people that already live there. Everybody was. Everybody was badly behaved. So many rumors about endless orgies and wife swapping and stripping and wild drinking and endless orgies and wife swap already live there. Everybody was racial-based governments. These are citizens which formerly took over Kenya in 1895. These white settlers, they were like aristocrats that believed that they were supposed to rule. So they just started like a racial-based government. These are citizens from the people that already live there. That senior lands from the people that already live there. Everybody was badly behaved.
The pressure is immense. A win today and promotion could be theirs. An achievement they've worked so hard for all season long. Well, this wonderful city offers the visitors so much, including football. Barcelona, of course. I'm Derek Ray, getting ready to bring you all the action, accompanied by my broadcasting partner, Stuart Robson. And I think we can call this decision day because the fans know full well they could clinch promotion on what is the last day of the season. It's Barcelona and they take on Real Madrid.
Cool heads will be needed today, but this will be tense and nervy at times. An early goal would certainly settle them down.
And the Barcelona shape looks like this. Frenkie de Jong plays alongside Pedri in the centre of midfield. And the striker today is Ferran Torres. And here's the starting 11 for Real Madrid. Thibaut Courtois is the keeper of choice. Carvajal starts with Ferland Mendy in the fullback positions. Jude Bellingham starts alongside Federico Valverde in central midfield. And the main threat in attack today should be Kylian Mbappe. And a chance to whip it in here. And a good challenge to bring that attack to an end. Well, very effective play in possession, but nothing comes of it. Well, you can probably see why we're focusing on this fellow as one to watch in particular. What do you expect to see from him?
Well, he has many attributes, but he's at his most dangerous when crossing the ball. He really does deliver a good cross.
Spot on with that tackle. Barca know it's a sector of the pitch devoid of defenders. And quick thinking defensively.
Well, they made some good decisions there.
Tchouaméni. Here's Valverde.
I don't know. Make your
Aurélien Tchouaméni.
So the person that we hold dead
Here's time to take the lead. And taken cleanly by the keeper.
described as having this greenish figure, which is weird. To say
He's shielding the ball admirably. De Jong. He read the situation defensively and did his job. Can they forge ahead? Oh, there it is! And as it stands, they're going up!
Well, it's in their hands now. Can they just hold on here?
And back underway. 1-0 it is. Over the touchline for what will be a Real Madrid throw. Valverde. Beautiful pass. Mbappe, opportunity to level it. And a goal! A big one on this last day. It could mean they miss out on promotion.
Well, they're in trouble now, and how does the coach react to that? He'll need to get it right.
Rafinha. Rashford can be problematic for opposing defenders, but they dealt with the threat posed. Who wants to make a challenge? Really good build-up, but no end product. Mendy. Great weight on the pass. Must be. Outrageously good defending.
Well, what an important moment that could prove to be.
Jude Bellingham. Must be. And offside, unfortunately. Alex Balde. Unable to get himself back onside here.
Well, he was always going to be offside. That was the wrong option.
Kylian Mbappe. Promising pass. And he's gone into an illegal position, unfortunately. Yamal. Jules Koundé on the ball. Oh, they'll be disappointed. It looked promising. Jude Bellingham. Mbappe in the centre. Well, they survived the attack. No, high quality defending. Rashford. And possession lost by Real Madrid. Barcelona now in potentially a dangerous position. To put them ahead! Well, a piece of quick thinking by the keeper.
Well, that's great goalkeeping. He read it so well, didn't he?
Kylian Mbappe. Nice looking pass. Oh, cutting it out.
That's what you'd call the perfect slide tackle.
Torres. Now with Bellingham. Not the pass he had in mind. So the whistle then. We're at the halfway stage in this match.
For people that already live there, everybody was badly behaved. Arrange. Yes. my swapping and swimming and wild drinking. STD sharing. Already there. Everybody was badly behaved. These white they were like aristocrats that believed that they were supposed to. So she just started like Michelle Lee's
Well, it was a most enjoyable first half. What will the second half bring us? Mendy.
STD sharing.
It's with Courtois.
The most badly behaved was
Rudiger.
just like, hey, all of the things we had. He was very notorious and he had an intense
Mbappe.
effect on women. So,
Can they take advantage? Oh, even a chance!
he was doing everything
Oh,
else.
that's marvellous
Everyone was doing like
goalkeeping.
gambling,
Well, for me,
drinking,
he always
everything.
looked likely to win that
He
battle.
was also
He's
like
just so
targeting
confident in
married
those
women.
situations.
One story, there was a woman he had an affair with.
Well, opting
They
for
went
the short
like this
corner.
hotel restaurant or something, and she came in with her husband and child. And just looked at the kid and said, "Hi,
Vinicius
Daddy,
Junior.
this is the
Well read to put an end to that attack.
another couple man in Kenya, Lord Jock Dels Broughton, and his much younger wife,
Pedri.
Diana. After they got married, there was an agreement. And if Diana fell in love with a man her own age and wanted to leave Jock, he was not to stand in her way
Offside it
and
is.
was even to pay her £5,000 a year for 7 years.
Yes.
So,
Like that's they don't look so like
apparently, yes.
Jude Bellingham.
A month after
Barca
they moved to
recovering
Kenya,
possession
Diana
well.
meets just he asked her out again.
Chances on.
And she said yes. She said that they can't romance. All that just recovering himself. So I was going to tell your husband that you're leaving him. As time went on, there was like a growing rebellion against those
Well, it wasn't a
settlers,
great
'cause
pass,
it's like
was it?
the way they
Not
were
sure what he was thinking
the
there.
cracks. Where is it? 3 a.m. 2 African dairy workers discovered
Frankie de Jong.
a man with a bullet in his head
On to Yamal.
abandoned in a ditch. He had been found about 2.5 miles from Jock and Diana's house.
Bellingham.
So what do you guys
And
think?
the through ball. Mbappe. Marcus Rashford. Well, we're into the final half hour. Sloppy in possession from Real. Rafinha. That's a nice ball. And a goal! The one that could win them promotion.
Well, that could be the defining moment. It's theirs to lose now.
Eder Militao. Courtois. Federico Valverde. Now with Bellingham. Just cutting off the supply. Torres. Opportunity here. Oh, big moment. Oh, a goal. It's a massive moment. And they can only throw away promotion now.
Well, it'll take a huge collapse now. Just need to keep their composure, and surely they're going up.
Mendy. 20 minutes remaining. Well, that one has promise. Valverde. And he stopped them in their tracks. Pedri. Oh, this looks useful. And a good challenge to bring that attack to an end. And striking it. Tremendous reflexes. Thibaut Courtois. Now sending it in. Kylian Mbappe. And it's Barcelona's turn now. Lamine Yamal. Well, it looked highly promising, but they got nothing out of it. Well, this really is what you dream of when promotion is so close. Such a comfortable margin, Stuart.
Yeah, it's been another great performance in a season full of them. You can already sense the excitement building amongst these fans. Not long now before the celebrations can truly start.
Frenkie de Jong. And a clever piece of defending.
Good anticipation there, it really was.
Bellingham. Oh, moving it nicely. Pedri. Oh, no stopping him. Takes aim. Oh, great save. Trying to deliver it accurately. The attack ended disappointingly. Another perfect position to read it. And we will have just one additional minute. And there goes the final whistle. The celebrations can begin in earnest now. Promotion assured. A contest that surely falls in the can't-miss category. Two teams with so much to like about them on a collision course. And it's anyone's guess what the... Hello, wherever you happen to be. Welcome to Catalonia. Welcome to Barcelona. I'm Derek Ray, your match commentator. And alongside providing all the tactical analysis is Stuart Robson. And with the new campaign just moments away from getting underway, the excitement in here is palpable. It's Barcelona facing Barcelona.
Promoted teams often do well at the beginning of a new season and then fall away, but I think they're a good side, so I'm expecting them to have another good campaign and start with a win today.
Well, this is what we think for Barcelona. Frenkie de Jong plays alongside Pedri in the centre of midfield, and the striker today is Ferran Torres. And here's the starting 11 for Barcelona. Jules Koundé plays with Joao Cancelo in the fullback positions. Frenkie de Jong plays alongside Pedri in the centre of midfield. And the starting role in attack today is handed to Robert Lewandowski.
Big moment this.
And there it is! The opening goal, the ideal way to start. So the match is restarted, 1-0 here. De Jong. He made good progress there. Oh, to level the match. They just couldn't stay in front. And now this match is all square.
Well, here we can see it again. It's a beautifully weighted ball behind the back line, and Lewandowski's finish was excellent. He times his run, he finds that bit of space, and he was never going to miss that.
Pedri. A really good pass. And a good intervention.
Yeah, that really did stop the move in its tracks.
Dani Olmo. And snuffed out the danger immediately. Intelligent ball. Can they forge ahead? Yamal playing it through. Rafinha. Oh, could be. And a goal! In the lead again. Fully deserved. And Barca get the ball moving once more. How will they react? Garcia. This is looking threatening, but really sticking to their task defensively. Well, it could be on for him here. Oh, cheeky, you might say. Oh, a finish of real class. No wonder he's celebrating. Take a bow. Dani Olmo. Pedri. It did look on for them, but not to be. Danger building. This is Robert Lewandowski. Defensive Brazilians to shut them down. Now, options are plenty. Oh, needed more precision.
Not sure what he was thinking there.
Lewandowski. Can he get one back? Oh, what a stop! Can he deliver it with accuracy? And that's handled without any trouble at all. Teasing ball in. And the flag raised. Offside it is. Maybe dangerous here. Well, a classic example of how to intercept. Well, good run this. Now, what can he do with it? But they dealt with the threat posed. And Barca moving the ball with purpose. Oh, genuine chance. And that is offside. Frankie de Jong. Marcus Rashford. Nicely cut out. Rafinha. Incisive ball. And the chance is on. And there is the goal to make it a hat-trick. Excellence in finishing. There for all to see. Joao Cancelo. Barcelona have given us away. Ferran Torres. Oh, no stopping him. Oh, it's a superb challenge. Very timely. Really important piece of last-ditch defending. And that's not what he wanted to be doing. Frankie de Jong. That's a good-looking ball. Splendid challenge, that. He's in an offside position. Well, just 1 minute of time added on for stoppages here. How did they let that attack come to an end?
Well, that's how to defend the edge of your box.
And there it is, the half-time whistle. Well, no matter how talented, occasionally it just doesn't go right for you, and that applies to Lamine Yamal.
Well, you can't blame his work rate, but today, like the rest of the team, he just hasn't been able to find that much-needed spark.
So off and running again, and Barca very much bossing it in the first 45. Will we see more of the same in the second half?
Hey guys, today
Ferran
I'm going to show you
Torres.
how to create this vintage film strip photo slideshow in just a few simple steps inside
Torres.
Premiere Pro. So let's get started.
And that could be a very costly challenge. And off he must go after that second yellow card, Stuart.
Well, he really has let his teammates down. He had to be more sensible there.
Well, the keeper is happy the bar was there. And the keeper can exhale now.
Well, how close was that? Inches away from the perfect finish.
Barcelona have given us away. Frankie de Jong. On to Yamal. Lamine Yamal. Well, no way through. And teammates around him. Yamal. What a magnificent pass. Well, desperately close to going in that time. Yamal. Pedri. It's with Joao Cancelo. Koundé. Showing good situational awareness. In it goes! Such a complete...
resolution sequence second, but we will be field the color matte. That's why let's right click on the photo to a converted. All right, motion array for all occasions, stock footage and music, and easy to use editing tools. Motion Array is perfect for businesses, marketers, and anyone else who wants to create engaging videos without the hassle. With Motion Array, you can create created a full HD resolution sequence. Also, you can see in the timeline, I have got 5 different old photos. You can use any photos or videos that you like. Firstly, we need some assets to create a vintage film strip slideshow. I already have some assets on my computer. You can download all these assets using the link provided in the video description. After that, we need to drag and drop all the assets inside the project panel. Now we have to drag and drop the dust overlay file onto the timeline in Video Layer 2, and then let's drag and drop the Light Leaks overlay file onto the timeline in Video Layer 3. After that, we have to drag and drop the grain overlay onto the timeline in Video Layer 4. Now, let's right-click on the grain overlay, and then click on Set to Frame Size to adjust the resolution. After that, make sure the grain overlay is selected. Next, we need to go over to the Effect Controls panel. Now let's find the Opacity section. Next, click on the Blend Mode drop-down menu, and then select the Overlay mode from the list. Again, let's select the Light Leaks overlay. After that, we need to click on the Blend Mode drop-down menu and then select the Screen mode from the list. Lastly, we need to select the Dust overlay. Let's click on the Blend Mode drop-down menu and then select the Screen mode. Click Refine. Make sure to drag drop the Dust overlay file onto the timeline in Video Layer 2. And then let's drag and drop the Light Leaks overlay file onto the timeline in Video Layer 3. After that, we have to drag and drop the grain overlay onto the timeline in Video Layer 4. Now, let's right-click on the grain overlay, and then click on Set to Frame Size to adjust the resolution. After that, make sure the grain overlay is selected. Next, we need to go over to the Effect Controls panel. Now let's find the Opacity section. Next, click on the Blend Mode drop-down menu, and then select the Overlay mode from the list. Again, let's select the Light Leaks overlay. After that, we need to click on the Blend Mode drop-down menu and then select the Screen mode from the list. Lastly, we need to select the Dust overlay. Let's click on the Blend Mode drop-down menu and then select the Screen mode from the list. Alright, now you can see the changes on the program monitor. In the next step, let's create a copy of the grain overlay and position it in this area to effectively fill the empty space. Finally, you can reduce the duration by cutting off the length of the overlays and delete the extra parts. In the following step, we will be adding transitions between the various cuts of the photos to create a smoother visual flow. I plan to utilize 2 distinct free transitions available from Mixkit, which you can download at no cost. Once you have successfully downloaded these transitions, the next step is to import them into the project panel so we can begin integrating them into our timeline. We have to make sure these 2 options are enabled, and then click on OK. Before we drag and drop the first transition sequence in the timeline, make sure the sequence icon is disabled. After that, let's drag
a contest that surely falls in the can't miss category. 2 teams with so much to like about them on a collision course.
Again,
and it's
in the same
anyone's
way, we have
guess
to import the second transition
well, this wonderful
into the
city
panel.
offers the visitors so much, including football.
After that,
Barcelona,
let's
of course.
drag and drop the
My
second
name is Derek
transition
Ray,
onto the timeline,
and joining me for
placing it on the
commentary
second
is
cut
Stuart
between the 2
Robson.
photos.
And
Now
if
you can
this
see
game
the
lives
second
up to its
transition,
billing,
something
we're
looks
in
like
for
this.
a riveting
In the
occasion.
next step,
It's
let's move the time
Barcelona
indicator at the
facing
beginning of the
Barcelona.
first transition,
Well, I enjoyed
and
their
then
opening day
move the time
performance.
indicator
They were
5
bright,
frames
clever
forward.
and inventive.
And
If they
then
can
we need to
reproduce that
drag and
sort of
drop the
display
first
today,
finish
they'll
transition
have had a
overlay
great
onto the
start to the
timeline
season.
and place it on top of the first transition. Now let's right-click
Well,
on the
this is
vintage
what we
transition
think
overlay,
for
and
Barcelona.
then click on Set to
Jules
Frame
Koundé
Size to
plays.
adjust the
Real
resolution.
chance.
Now you can see the
And
transition
the keeper
overlay is a solid
really
color
reacted
background. To
brilliantly.
remove the
Well, from
background,
that sort
you
of
will
range,
navigate over
it's
to
a
the
great
effects panel
save,
to
I have
apply
to
a
say.
specific effect. This is a Luma key effect. Once applied, you will notice that the background of the
Succeeded in
transition
winning it
overlay
back.
has been effectively removed. After that, we need to go to
He'll
the
be
Effect
breathing a
Controls
sigh of
panel
relief.
to
Ball
customize the
one.
Luma key effect. Let's make the threshold parameter value around 90%. After that,
Lewandowski.
let's right-click on the vintage transition overlay, and
And
then
now the
click on speed
visionary
and duration.
Lewandowski.
I'm going to set the duration value
And
around
a
20 frames.
goal!
Next, click on
1-0. And what a
Next step,
fast
let's
start
move the
they've
time
made to
indicator
this
at the
game.
beginning of the second transition, and then the time indicator 5 frames forward. And then go over to the project panel to drag and drop the second finished transition overlay.
Back underway here.
And
What sort of
let's
response
the
will
second
that
transition.
goal
Now we
elicit
have to
from
select
Barca?
Set the frame size to adjust the
The wicket
resolution.
decision goes
After
the way
that,
of
we will navigate
Barcelona.
over to the effects panel to apply a Luma key effect. Next, we need to go to the
Barcelona
effect
free
controls
kick.
panel, and
It'll
let's
be
make the
here.
threshold parameter value around 90% of the Luma key effect. Lastly, we have to set the duration value around 20 frames.
Well, it
Next,
looked
click
highly
on
promising,
OK.
but they
In
got
the
nothing
following
out of
step,
it.
let's create a copy of the first transition, placing it on the third cut between the 2 photos. Again, we need to create another copy of the second transition, placing it on the fourth cut between the 2 photos. Alright, we are almost done. Now you can see the slideshow
ceded
with the
possession,
vintage slides
Barca.
transition. Something looks like this. In the next step, from the project panel, we have to drag and drop the vignette overlay onto the timeline, placing it on the top video layer. Now we have to select Set the Frame Size to adjust the resolution. And finally, we need to incorporate the transition sound effect to enhance the visual transition and pair it with the old film noise sound effect to amplify the impact of the slideshow. These audio elements will help create a more dynamic and attention-grabbing experience for the audience. Alright, with these couple of steps, we have created this vintage film strip photo slideshow. In this way, you can make a vintage film strip photo slideshow in just a few simple steps inside Premiere Pro.
To prevent it. Barcelona are level. Joao Cancelo. On to De Jong.
Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to create this ink slideshow animation in Premiere Pro. So let's get started.
Dani Olmo with it.
See, I've created a full HD resolution sequence, and I've imported 4 different images to the timeline in Video Layer 2. The duration of each image is 3 seconds.
Position to read
both photos or videos. Firstly, to enhance the visual appeal of our slideshow, we need to create a new color map within the project panel to serve as the background. For this particular project, I will be selecting a deep black color, which will provide a striking contrast and help the images stand out. However, feel free to choose any color that resonates with your vision for the slideshow. After that, we need to drag and drop the color map to the timeline in Video Layer 1. In the next step, we have to create placeholders for each image. That's why, let's right-click on the first image, and then select Nest. This will turn your selected image into a placeholder, which we can refer to as Media Placeholder 1. Repeat this process for the remaining images, ensuring that each image is converted into its own placeholder. This way, you will have a set of nested media placeholders for all the images. Alright, now we are done. Before we go to the next step, let's talk about our sponsor. This video is sponsored by Motion Array. Motion Array is an all-in-one platform for motion graphics and video templates. With Motion Array, you can create stunning videos without any experience. Motion Array has everything you need to create professional-looking videos, including thousands of high-quality video
They would not let themselves get disheartened. Now they hold the lead.
Easy-to-use editing tools. Motion Array is perfect for businesses, marketers, and anyone else who wants to create engaging videos without the hassle. With Motion Array, you can create videos that will wow your audience and help you achieve your goals. Visit Motion Array today and start creating amazing videos. So let's go back to the tutorial. Alright, now we need some assets to create an ink slideshow animation. I already have some assets on my computer. You can download all these assets using the link provided in the video description. After that, we need to drag and drop all the assets inside the project panel. Now we have to drag and drop the dissolving ink drop matte file to the timeline in Video Layer 3. As you can see, the ink drop clip is a matte file. That's why we need to isolate the ink drop clip. Firstly, we need to create a copy of the ink drop clip. Once we have the duplicate, we have to carefully position it over each image to enhance the visual effect. Now you can see we have the ink drop clip for all the images. Now let's move over to the effects panel to apply a track matte key effect. Let's drag and drop the track matte key effect onto the first image. Then move over to the effects controls panel to customize the track matte key effect. Now I am going to select the third track as the matte layer because the ink drop matte file is in Video Layer 3. Next, from the composite parameter, we have to select Matte Luma, and then we have to enable the reverse property by clicking on this box. Alright, now you can see the first image has been revealed through the ink drop matte file. After that, let's copy the track matte key effect and then select the remaining images. Once they are selected, we need to paste the copied effect onto each of them. Alright, now you can see all the images have been revealed through the ink drop clips. In the following step, we will be adding transitions between the various cuts of the photos to create a smoother visual flow. I plan to utilize 2 distinct sideways swipe-free transitions available from the Mix Kit, which you can download for free. Once you have successfully downloaded the transitions, the next step is to import them into the project panel, so we can begin integrating them into our timeline. Also, we have to make sure these 2 options are enabled. And then click on OK. Before we drag and drop the first transition sequence in the timeline, make sure the small
As the stats show us, Barcelona have had less of the ball, but that won't bother them because when they win it in deep areas, they've got forward with pace and with numbers. It's been a great counter-attacking display.
Between the 2 photos. Now you can see the first transition, something that looks like this. In the same way, we have to import the second transition into the project panel. After that, let's drag and drop the second transition onto the timeline, placing it on the second cut between the 2 photos. Now, you can see the second transition, something looks like this. Lastly, let's create a copy of the first transition, placing it on the third cut between the last 2 photos. Alright, we are almost done. Now you can see the slideshow with the sideways swipe transition, something looks like this.
A chance to whip it in.
Also, you can see the background of the slideshow is black. You can change the background color at any time by double-clicking on the color matte layer. In my case, the black color is good enough. In the next step, let's drag and drop the old film look overlay to the timeline in video layer 6. After that, from the Effect Controls
Rafinha.
panel, let's find the Opacity panel.
Now with
Next,
Yamal.
click on the Blend Mode drop-down menu and select the Screen Mode from the list. Then,
Well, they
we
have
have
the
to
ball
create a
once
copy
more.
by duplicating the old film overlay to extend the duration.
Incisive pass from
After that,
Yamal.
from the project panel, let's drag and drop the dust
And smuggled
overlay to the
behind for the
timeline
corner.
of video layer 7.
Yeah, no
Then, we have to
nonsense
select the
defending
set
there.
frame size to adjust
Well,
the
this has to
resolution.
be their way
After
back
that, we
into
need to
the
cut
game.
off the
it's
dust
on.
overlay to this
Well, good
position.
hands there
Again,
from the keeper.
the Effect Controls panel,
And
let's
dealing
find
with the
the opacity
danger.
panel. Next, click on the Blend Mode drop-down menu and select the Screen Mode from the list. Again, from the project panel, let's
Given
drag and
away
drop
by
the grain
Barca.
overlay to the timeline in video layer 8. Then, we have
And
to select the
just 1
set
minute
frame
of time
size
added
to
on
adjust
for
the
stoppages.
resolution. After that, from the Effect Controls panel, let's find the opacity panel. Next,
Rafinha.
click on the Blend Mode drop-down menu and select the
And
overlay
there
mode
goes
from
the
the list.
whistle for
Lastly, we
half-time.
have to
A
create
slightly
copy by
stormy
duplicating the grain
atmosphere
overlay
here.
to extend
And
the
no doubt
duration.
about it, that
In the
sending
next
off
step,
has
from the
changed
project
the
panel, let's
vibe.
drag
Yeah,
and
the
drop
fans
the
don't
light
like
links
it.
overlay to the
They know
timeline
their
in
side are
video
going to be
layer
under
9.
pressure now. It'll
After
be
that,
interesting
from
to see
Effect
what the
Controls
manager
panel,
does when
let's
they
find
come
the
back out.
opacity panel. Next, click on the Blend Mode drop-down menu and select the Screen Mode from create photos. You can use any photos after dust overlay file onto the all the assets inside the project panel. Now we have to drag and drop the dust overlay file onto the timeline in video layer 2, and then let's drag and drop the light leaks overlay file onto the timeline in video layer 3. After that, we have to drag and drop the grain overlay onto the timeline in video layer 4. Now, let's right click on the grain overlay, and then click on set to frame size to adjust the resolution. After that, make sure the grain overlay is selected. Next, we need to go over to the Effect Controls panel. Now let's find the opacity section. Next, click on the Blend Mode drop-down menu and then select the Overlay mode from the list. Again, let's select the Light Leaks overlay. After that, we need to click on the Blend Mode drop-down menu and then select the Screen mode from the list. Lastly, we need to select the Dust overlay.
So off and running again, and Barca very much bossing it in the first 45. Will we see more of the same in the second half? Oh, could be an opportunity here. In it goes! A 3-goal...
Actually,
This is astonishing stuff. Well, the action continues, and Barcelona hold all the aces here. Barcelona free kick, it'll be here. Into the box it goes. But the keeper takes command of the situation. Nicely cut out. Well, breaking at pace is always a possibility. Oh, the threat is there. What an important piece of defending. And flying forwards here. Maybe dangerous here. Oh, chance! And all eyes on the referee. Penalty given. And he puts it away confidently. A glut of goals. 5-1 it is. Textbook defending inside the box. Now perhaps they can counter from here. Well, annoyingly, nothing comes of it. Pedri. Oh, it's a superb challenge. Very timely. Rafinha. Showing a real will to win the ball. Intelligent ball. Is this the moment? And a goal to delight the fans. Just what they were hoping for. Rafinha. Opportunity here. High pressing and good high pressing. Pedri. Torres. Could be. Oh, it's a terrific challenge. Well, good idea. Chances on. And that, a piece of goalkeeping you're going to see again and again and again. Now sending it in. Barca regaining possession. Yamal. Oh, surely! And a little bit unfortunate, dare I say it.
Well, had it gone in, it would have been an excellent goal.
Lamine Yamal. And that will be a Barcelona ball. Pedri. Could be threatening. Oh, how about that for a tackle? Quick break could be on. Rafinha. Can he score? And keeps it out, showing lightning-fast reactions.
Yeah, what a remarkable save. He was so alert there.
Time for the change now. Corner for Barcelona. Determined defending. Well, a chance for them again to play it over from the corner flag. And short it is. Really fine piece of defending play to break it up. Well, the play just breaking down a bit here.
Well, both teams have been guilty of poor passing.
Marcus Rashford. And he's in with a chance. And somehow he's kept it out.
Yeah, he looked so imposing there, didn't he? Great save.
And they're making a change. And he's kept it out, fully stretched, somehow reaching it. And over it comes. Oh, great defending. Ready to break, perhaps. Well, that's asking for a caution. Well, the keeper making sure. Oh, onto the bar! Given away by Barcelona. Trying to tee it up. And there it is, a goal But will it be purely a consolation at this stage of the proceedings? They haven't been at their best. Well, this could really help the cause. Intercepting it intelligently. Plenty of support here. What's the verdict going to be? Well, that challenge was far from clean. Could reduce the deficit. Oh, a challenge that was simply world-class. Torres. Rafinha. And the final whistle is sounded. The end of the game here, a win for Barcelona. Their fans are going to be happy about that.
Well, they weren't totally convincing, but they showed a lot of fight. And despite having less of the ball, they had enough quality to win this game. Good performance in the end.
Well, a performance can't really get much better than the one Rafinha put in. He was magnificent.
Well, he did everything today. His energy, skill and movement was just too good for those defenders. It was a really good display.
Then, let's drag and drop the Light Leaks overlay and drop all the assets inside the project panel. Now we have to drag and drop the dust overlay file onto the timeline in Video Layer 2. And then, let's drag and drop the Light Leaks overlay file onto the timeline in Video Layer 3. After that, we have to drag and drop the grain overlay onto the timeline in Video Layer 4. Now, let's right-click on the grain overlay, and then click on Set to Frame Size to adjust the resolution. After that, make sure the grain overlay is selected. Next, we need to go over to the Effect Controls panel. Now let's find the Opacity section. Next, click on the Blend Mode drop-down menu, and then select the Overlay mode from the list. Again, let's select the light Inks overlay. After that, you need to click on the Blend Mode drop-down menu and then select the Screen Mode from the list. Lastly, we need to select the Dust overlay. Let's click on the Blend Mode drop-down menu and then select the Screen Mode from the list. Alright, now you can see the changes on the program monitor. In the next step, let's create a copy of the grain overlay and position it in this area to effectively fill the empty space. Finally, you can reduce the duration by cutting off the length of the overlays and delete the extra parts. In the following step, we will be adding transitions between the various cuts of the photos to create a smoother visual flow. I plan to utilize 2 distinct free transitions available from Mixkit, which you can download at no cost. Once you have successfully downloaded these transitions, the next step is to import them into the project panel. Before we drag and drop the first cut between the two, import the second transition onto the timeline, placing it on the second cut between the 2 photos. Now you can see the second transition, something looks like this. In the next step, let's move the time indicator at the beginning of the first vintage transition overlay onto the solid color background. To remove the background, the first vintage transition overlay onto the timeline and place it on top of the first transition. Now let's right-click on the vintage transition overlay and then click on Set to Frame Size to adjust the resolution. Now you can see the transition overlay has a solid color background. To remove the background, we will navigate over to the Effects panel to apply a specific effect. This is a Luma Key effect. Once applied, you will notice that the background of the transition overlay has been effectively removed. After that, we need to go to the Effect Controls panel to customize the Luma Key effect. Let's make the threshold parameter value around 90%. After that, let's right-click on the Vintage Transition overlay, and then click on Speed and Duration. I'm going to set the duration value around 20 frames. Next, click on OK. In the next step, let's move the time indicator at the beginning of the second transition, and then move the time indicator, drag and drop the resolution. Go to the effect following step, second transition.
再说一次等待，我们这也得5分钟都。Once done, what you need. Very, very excited to do something. What are you doing? 富裕的人是这节介绍。
Thing looks like this.
I have reasons. The Boutique was first selected, move drop is, and slowly masked the shape of can alt out as sort of new let we can bar this because it fits perfectly. Of your opacity, you'll see our video clip now shows
of a different video, also a bit of an annoying video, for me at least. Because I usually don't really make videos like this. I rather to leave out the financial part of the music journey and just have my art, have my music. But today I will talk about it for a specific reason that fucking sucks. Let me start from the beginning to tell you this whole story. I mean, it's not like a super complicated story, but listen. So you guys know that I make music. You guys know that I am an independent artist. I have no label, so I fund everything myself. I released my second album, Strawberry, in March, and I went on my big Europe tour, the Strawberry tour in April. When I released my Strawberry album, I obviously also make album boxes. I make really cool album boxes. You might know her. The big strawberry bag box. I still love her to this day. It's an amazing box, but unfortunately this box is now what got me into a figure. I did produce this box with a company. I also obviously paid for all the production costs for these boxes beforehand. I knew that when I'm gonna sell out all of these boxes, which I did, and also the vinyls and CDs, that I'm gonna be able to take this money and fund my tour with it. We did sell all the boxes and we sold the vinyls and everything, and it was great. It was amazing. I knew, yay, I can pay for my tour. And then recently I got the message that the company who I was making the boxes with and my vinyls and everything, they went bankrupt. So in Germany, if you go bankrupt, I don't know how it is where you live, but in Germany, if a company goes bankrupt and they still owe you money, you're not going to see the penny of that. So you know what? Since I'm making a video, I might as well also just get into detail and tell you the freaking numbers. Like, you know, I can just tell you all of it. With everything that I produced, the vinyls, the boxes, the CDs, the content of the box, I paid 45,421 euros in production. And now I didn't get profit, and I paid the 45,000 euros to produce everything. That is not much money, just long improvement. So here's what the issue is here. I really thought that this was going to fund my tour, and this is why I was even able to do this tour in the first place. Like, who thought of this system? I just want to make music. I just want to make music and go on tour, like, live. This will keep happening to me. Fun fact, it did happen to me before, but not with my music business. Like, it was years back, but in that case, it only affected me, so I was just crying in silence. Now, it doesn't just affect me, it also affects my team. Because I obviously want to be able to give them their money. Because my team was amazing, my team did amazing work, and even if they did do amazing work, like, they need to be paid. And I can't fucking pay them now because of a super shitty situation that I can't even do anything about. This is my solution now, that I'm going to communicate this with you guys. To first of all show you that I'm going to fuck through it and that everything is pretty horrible behind the scenes right now and that I need to find a solution. So here's what I plan to do now. I don't want to ask you guys for money or like ask you to donate money. This is not what this video is about. I just want to tell you that I just released a really dope merchandise collection, like new clothing pieces, new designs. Just have a look at it. It's on naomijohn.de. It's in the description. And I'm planning to use the money from this merch shop to pay my team. This is literally all that I can do right now. And if you want to support me, please feel free. Like, even if you just buy the cheapest article that we dropped or whatever, it will help me. It will help my team. I hate that this is the background for this merch shop because this merch shop is actually kind of really cool. I know that this definitely also doesn't just affect me. Obviously, there were lots of artists under the company who produced their boxes there or even sold merch or tickets for the tour. Yeah, so this is this video. I know it's very short. It's very different than my usual videos. I still want to say thank you for all your support because I can't keep saying it enough. Like, obviously, I didn't get any money for the boxes, but the fact that you sold them out, it still means a lot to me. Like, I don't know who got this money. Stay. I don't know. I'm just very glad you're here, and check out my merch collection in the description, and I hope I will be back with better news. Or maybe music. Bye.
So today we are doing a very exciting video. This video took me so long to make, and I'm so excited to finally share it with you. A year ago, I purchased this fake Dior saddlebag. It was from one of the videos that we did in the series testing products of brands that wanted to sponsor me. This brand in particular makes fake designer bags that look super real. And they are definitely not the only brands that do this. There are a lot of fake designer bags being produced everywhere. There are some replicas that are like blatantly obvious, and then there's ones that kind of contribute. And then there are bags like the Dior saddlebag that I truly believe, even if you're well versed in designer items, this bag might just trick you. And I asked you guys in that video if you thought it'd be interesting for me to send that bag to be authenticated by a real life authenticator. You guys seem to share the same curiosity as me, so that is what we're doing in this video. But we are not just doing that one bag. I have a whole bunch of designer bags that we are going to get authenticated. Some are real, some are fake, some I thought were real, but they may not be. We're going to play a little game called Is That Bag Fake or Is It Real? We're going to see how good you are at authenticating a bag just from visually seeing. So play along, comment down below how many you get right. Let's start with the first one. We have a white Coach bag. Got the gold Coach logo on the front, accentuated by my beautiful sausage finger. It is brand new, so here is the little strap. This probably won't come as a shock to anyone who's been watching my videos for a length of time, but I don't know much about this. So I don't know if these details I'm giving here is actually giving it up to anything, but I'm hosting the game show. The host has no knowledge on design bags. So here's the toggle in the Coach bag and the inside of this button with the hardware. Are you voting, is it real or is it fake? If you voted fake, well then you're just sadly mistaken, because this, just kidding, it is fake. This bag was in fact purchased as a fake Coach bag. It was $60 US from AliExpress, and I feel like this is one of the more obvious fake ones. If the bag authenticator can't suss out this bag, we have problems. Okay. Bag. Here's the clasp right here. It's this black kind of pillowy design. Okay, inside we have the Chanel badge, and it says made in Italy. I don't want to stand up because you're going to see that I'm wearing poppy sweatpants. Okay, submit your votes now. Do you think it's fake, or do you think it's real? Drum roll, please, because this bag is allegedly real. And this is partially why I wanted to do this video for, is because there's a lot of second-hand sellers of designer bags, and I just feel like, how do you fact check that? I got this bag from Etsy. It's a vintage Chanel bag, 19 flap. This was $515, and I have no idea, other than trusting the seller, if this is real or not. There's no authentication on here, so I'm very curious through our level of testing that we're going to do in this video if this one is actually real. I got some choice words from the Etsy seller. This proves to not be real. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Mia, when did you get excited to purchase a Birkin? Don't worry about it. Just worry about the fact that I have this Birkin here. Celebs love Birkin bags, and it's ridiculous how expensive they are. And the way you can purchase them, I guess you have to like purchase small items from their heads, and then slowly you'll be like in their database at a point, and then eventually if you are a big enough client, they'll basically invite you to purchase a Birkin bag. Nonetheless, I did do my time in this, and I took it invited by Birkin, and that's what's in there. Show you the details, so you just unlock it like this. I don't know if I need to ask, but do you want to do a guess now if you think this Birkin bag is fake or real? Yeah, it's one brand called Pop Sewing, and this is kind of their gig. They make these fake Birkins. To my untrained eye, I would think this is Birkin, so Okay, next we have a designer Fendi wallet. So here it is, and then you open it up like this. Here's the Fendi logo right there, and just lots of different slots for stuff. We don't need to fake or real. It's fake. Every time I would go to the thrift store, I would take a peek in the purses because I really wanted to include a thrifted purse in this video. If you're an avid thrifter like I am, it can be pretty exciting to find a designer like this, like a Fendi item. It just kind of catches your eye, and it's like, I can't help but wonder, is that real or is that fake? And I kept the purchase price. I got this for $6. This will be the wild card. If this one is actually real, I'll eat it. Next we have the Dior Saddle Bag. So this one is in fact fake, we for sure know, but I am curious to see if the authenticator can pick it up. Okay, then we have this Gucci bag. Let me show you around so it's visibly worn, so you can see the second hand that it's fake or real. It's got the Gucci logo right here, made in Italy. Then opening up the bag, we have the Gucci design, another Gucci logo right there. This pull on the inside says Gucci. I feel like the older the bag is, the harder it is to know if it's real or fake, to be honest. So, what do you think? Fake? This bag is in fact real. I actually purchased this off of Greta. I bought this for $3-4, so it was quite pricey. They have like a whole way that they authenticate products so that you can purchase it knowing that it is in fact real. So if this came back from my authenticator as fake, I would be like, sold it for me. Do I think Greta will be thrilled with me putting their authentication to the test? I don't know. And I don't really care. Because as you guys know, I like to do what I like to do on my channel. This is the last event. This is a 2004 Fendi shoulder bag. Okay, look, this little button here has the Fendi logo. It says made in Italy Fendi. Oh, and by the way, this little ring here also says Fendi on it, and these little badges says Fendi. So with the minimal information I have given you, for the last and final bag, do you think it's fake or real? This bag is real, allegedly. So now this is what the professionals think of these bags. And just for anybody watching, any of the bags that end up being real, I'm going to do a giveaway and give them to you guys. I don't know that I'd rather do it. So make sure to enter for that if it ends up being real, which it should be. You were $800. Okay, so now that we've set all the cabinets for the real and fake bags, we need to now do some professional testing and figure out who's lying. It was actually harder than I expected to find a brand that was willing to authenticate the pieces on camera. So originally I went right to the source to try to get Entropy to send me one of their devices so I could do it at home. Shocker. They didn't want to do it. Well, actually, they were open to doing it, but they gave me like a giant script of everything I had to say, and I was like, this isn't a sponsorship. So I did a full Canadian-wide search for brands that can authenticate these bags, and I ended up finding this brand that was very reputable, had good reviews, and they were willing to allow me to film the entire process. So off to Monocell we went. Okay, so when we first arrived at Monocell, the first thing I noticed was all of the gorgeous designer bags. Now, I'm a designer fiend, but I can appreciate an accessory-filled toy. Okay? To own this store would be so stressful because the way you have to lock it up so tightly at night, because if someone broke in here, they could get $50,000 in an instant. They had 2 full-size Birkins in a case. That's like $60,000 right there. Yeah, you guys have a lot in here. Like, you're probably like at the end of the day, like, locked with yeah, you don't want anyone to here. So how Monocell has successfully authenticated for years now is they use 3 lines of defense. The first one is a real human looking through the bag and just basically doing a first scan of what they think is real, what do they think is fake, based on their expertise.